Welcome to Innerji, tarot, astrology, numerology, and all things metaphysical. It's been a few weeks since I've been on. There's been a couple of things happening in life. I've had some family visiting from the UK, and also both my husband and I came down with the dreaded COVID. So we've been tucked up in our pajamas for over a week. But thank goodness we are on the mend and I'm back. And I thought I would pop in today to do a little bit of a show and tell. This is a new oracle deck that I bought called I Am Queen Oracle. Now, I was really attracted to this deck because of the unusual artwork. So I'm going to turn the camera around and we'll have a look through. And I would love to know your comments after watching the video, what you think of this deck and whether it would be of interest to you. So let's turn the camera around and have a little look through I Am Queen. So here we have it, I Am Queen Oracle. It is by Outi Harma. I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly. And as I said, I was really attracted to this deck because the artwork is quite quirky. It is an Australian Rockpool publishing company deck. And of course, always comes in the hardy 2-part box. Of course, being fairly new, a little bit sticky to open first few times. Let's see, there we go. So it comes with a very good little booklet, quite substantial, as you can see. And what I like about this booklet is that it's full colour. You've got the full colour there because these are beautiful full colour cards. And we have in the beginning, we have all the cards, and it talks about what the Queen of Insecurity is about in this case, finding her within and her gifts. And that applies through all of the cards as well. We also have in here a little bit of an introduction as well and how to use the cards. And they've also got some card spreads in here as well. Most books do these days. Have little card spreads. These are quite simple ones, a simple 2-card and 3-card reading that you can utilise, and of course a single card reading as well. So all in all, not a bad little booklet. Now let's look at the cards themselves. These are out of order because I have had a little bit of a play with them, but the artwork is just sensational. It is so different. Gilding, bright gold gilding. I don't know how the gilding will wear over time, but it certainly is very nice. I see a lot of oracle cards that are gilded these days. So let's go through the cards. We have the Queen of Feminine Power, and she does look like a queen. She does look powerful. She does have a lot of energy. And then we have the Queen of Letting Life Move Through You, and you can see in the artwork that flow, that movement. Queen of Success, lots of abundance there with that one. And we have the Queen of Love. I love the facial expressions in this deck. I think it's going to be a really interesting one to work with. Queen of Unfelt Emotions. And I like how these unfelt emotions, you can see there's lots of emotion there, but it's all masked. She's wearing a mask. And so maybe it's time to let the mask come off and feel all the emotions. Queen of Miracles. We do create our own miracles, don't we? I kind of like the antenna coming out, making that connection through the third eye. Queen of Trying to Keep It Together, haven't we all gone through, and we'll continue to go through days like this. I mean, look at her, she's just gritting her teeth. I can do it, I can keep it together. Queen of Mischievous Play, bringing out the playful side, the cheeky side we all have within us. This one is so sweet, the Queen of Tenderness, sort of sense of youth and innocence and tenderness. And then we have the Queen of Shape-Shifting. Really nice. The different faces we shape-shift in different areas of our lives. Queen of Abundance. Love the flowers, the tropical flowers. Queen of Connection. And I really like how this connection is showing through the seemingly breath, the sharing. Queen of Oneness. Now, what I find interesting about this card is that we see two faces here, but this Queen of Oneness kind of feel that one is a reflection of the other, not necessarily a different person. Kind of saying underneath it all, we're all the same. Queen of Innocence. Looking so fresh and clear. Queen of Insecurity. Yes, I definitely have those days, and I'm sure you do as well. Days where you just feel a little bit insecure about things that are happening in life, feeling a little bit beaten up through that insecurity. Love this one, Queen of Resilience. That ability to bounce back, that ability to see through the difficulty and come back. Queen of Intuitive Knowing. And intuitive knowing is about trusting ourselves, trusting that instinct. Queen of the Unapologetic. Look at the strength in her face. I am who I am. No apologies necessary. Queen of Ancestors. So this is quite a shamanic looking card, isn't it? With the face and the painting. Queen of Ancestors. Queen of Adventure. Taking charge of what adventures we want to have in life. Queen of Receiving. It can feel very difficult to receive sometimes. It can feel like we're being selfish when we're on the receiving end. But this shows the beauty of being receptive and receiving. Queen of I am enough. No more of that imposter syndrome. I am enough just as I am. Queen of Taking on the World. What is it in your life that you want to take on, that you want to grab hold of and say, I can do this? A very powerful message there. Queen of Focused Action. You can see it in her eyes. Her eyes are narrowing slightly, honing in on that next step. Queen of Sensuality. We live in a world where sensuality, that sense of touch and feeling, can be a little bit lost in the busyness of life. So becoming aware of our own sensuality, our own sense of touch, and feeling at home with it. That's what I feel about the house on her head, like a hat, feeling at home with your own sensuality of who you are. Queen of Creativity, all those ideas flowing through. And again, her hair is like antenna, and the leaves on the end of her hair connecting with nature for creativity. Queen of Breaking the Spell. Have you ever been caught up in the charisma of someone else, breaking that spell to find the charisma that's within you? Queen of Pure Essence. Coming back to that purity of who we are at the soul level, at the spirit level, purity of heart, purity of mind, purity of being. Queen of New Hope. I like the music at the base there, bringing in a new harmony with new hope. Queen of Feeling Off. I so relate to this one from when I had COVID the other week. I was definitely feeling off, and this card truly represents how I was feeling at that time. Queen of Creating Beauty. We are all creators. We choose what we create. So what can we create that is beautiful? Might not be traditionally beautiful, but what is beautiful for us? And then we've got Queen of Internal Fulfillment, drawing what is within us, drawing on our own inner knowing, inner strength, our internal fulfillment, what makes us feel fulfilled within ourselves that isn't relying on the external world. Queen of Self-Discovery. That is a very strong card. Do you take time to look at yourself? Do you take time to discover who you are from the inside out as well as the outside in? Queen of Gratitude. This is so lovely. This strong earth connection. It's a reminder to consider each day, what are we grateful for? What can we feel gratitude for in our lives, even when things seem to be difficult or going wrong? Queen of Alchemy. We are our own alchemists. We are our own creator. What skill sets are there that we can bring together in different ways to take charge of how we mix and match who we are and what we do? And the Queen of the Underworld. Looking at the shadow side, looking at what's beneath the surface. I find that this deck is very expressive. I haven't even read the book, and yet from each card I could immediately pick up a message, look at what it might mean. It's going to be a very interesting deck to work with, and I think it will pair well with some of the tarot decks that I have. I'm thinking that it would pair well with something like the Light Seers deck. You know, a very modern take on the Arthur Waite, Pamela Coleman Smith tarot. You know, it has the same vibrant colours. It has good facial expression. So I think, yeah, the tarot and I Am Queen would work very well together. The Light Seers and I Am Queen would work very well together. Decks would you pair I Am Queen with if you had this deck in your collection? I'd be really interested to know. So there you have it from Rockpool Publishing, the I Am Queen Oracle deck by Outi Harma. Let me know in the comments your thoughts and feelings about this deck. Until next time, many blessings to you.